Hello witches, it is Stragabella. We're in the midst of a heat wave right now, still, and Massachusetts has been experiencing terrible drought. So as you can see, this is my garden, and I've been noticing this, I think it's some kind of a plant disease actually, and I tried to spray some natural stuff on it, hoping to have it end. I put some water mixed with a little bit of vinegar, but it doesn't seem to be helping. And I'm going to be picking my squash pretty soon. And here's another one growing over here. Some of my garden did do okay, despite the lack of water. But as you can see, there is somebody sneaking into my garden and eating mostly my tomatoes. It's like, I'll say one more day and I'll pick it because it's almost ripe, but it seems like the animals also know the perfect picking time and they eat it right before I'm about to pick. I have bowls out to help the bees. It doesn't seem like any bees are in it, but the ants sure are. For those of you who don't know, the honeybees are not doing very well because of the drought conditions. So if you want to help them and give them some hydration and some much needed nourishment, you can put out bowls of sugar water with some rocks, and that way they can stop and get some much needed hydration and energy boost with the sugar water. The ants are liking it. I did notice some bees kind of flying around when I was out here earlier, but for those of you who watch Nature's Fairy, this is where I got the idea from. And she had a camera out on hers, and there were tons of bees on her sugar water. I'm not sure if I'm putting enough sugar in it, or if the bees just aren't around right now. So anyway, I was making this video to show you guys some of the stuff that I wild harvested on the trip that I was on when we were on vacation in Rhode Island. Oh, I probably shouldn't dump it all out, but I'm gonna. This is moss. There was tons of it. I could have got a lot more, but I just got kind of a small amount because I wasn't sure how it would do traveling. But yeah, it was growing on some fallen logs and also on some just trees out in the back of the little house that we were staying at. So not sure yet exactly what I'm going to use it for, but there's a lot of different uses for this type of moss. I'm not sure exactly what specific type it is yet. I'm going to have to look it up online and figure it out, because there's many different species of moss. And I should have got more pine cones, but they weren't quite ready to fall, and I didn't want to damage the tree in any way. And I also got, I cut a little bit of juniper off the very tips of the huge juniper tree that was in the yard. Oh, it smells wonderful right now. Every time I move it around, the smell comes out. Some of them were not quite as ripe as I would have liked them to be, but since I don't have a juniper bush here, I did in my old house, and I miss being able to get it fresh like this. You can make smudge wands out of juniper, for those of you who didn't know that. Some people think that you can only use the traditional white sage, but that's not the case. Rosemary and juniper both make wonderful smudge, and I tend to use rosemary or juniper because my husband can't stand the smell of the sage, and every time I try sage stuff he says it smells like marijuana, and he doesn't like that smell. So these two items I found in a den, I think of a fox or some kind of, it could have been a raccoon or a fox, little den where there was whole clams that hadn't been eaten yet, and I found this really cool spine. I'm going to incorporate this possibly into a wand or some type of thing. Maybe I might make it into like a dark energy ritual tool. I like for around Samhain time when I do stuff working with ancestral, deceased pet, that type of energy. It's really great when you can find stuff like this just by wild harvesting, walking through the woods. You know, that's an important topic for some of us who may not have a lot of money. Early in my practice, I was very poor. Money was a big issue. I hardly had money for anything other than food. So I was able to, I would walk around the lake in the town where I lived. I would venture into cemeteries, to the edges in the more densely, you know, tree dense, bush dense areas, and I would wild harvest, and I found tons of things that were useful for tools and supplies. In fact, in great abundance. You actually can find much more out in the wild than you could ever want to purchase online or in stores. The whole world of nature is at our disposal if we would use our inner natural senses to guide us. And yeah, I've found lots of amazing, in fact, most of the tools that have become my favorite or most used as far as actually using it in spell work and ritual in my practice have been the things that have been free, that I've found, or that have been found, that I've been drawn to in thrift stores for just $1 or $2. Those things have become precious and connected with me. The things that I've purchased that have been more expensive or store-bought or made by someone else, yes, they might look better, they might be sturdier or crafted perfectly, but those things are more decorative and more materially pleasing, aesthetically pleasing to the eye and to our ego sense type of feelings. But as far as being truly spiritually useful for me, I have found that the least expensive and the stuff that has been literally gifted to me by the earth, by nature, by the universe, have been the most wonderful, most sacred to me. There were a couple things that I missed when I did my haul video that I didn't show you guys, which I will probably do in a later video, because upstairs I have a besom that I got at a flea market, which is pretty cool. It's just plain right now, and I'm going to decorate it. So I will be doing that later. It's really hot out here since we've been having a pretty terrible drought / heat wave, and I'm looking forward to the fall weather at this point. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and blessed be. Bye.